water transportation is also getting some attention. Osieta Smith coordinates the activities of the Directorate of Transport in Warri, a riverine community. He is the mechanical engineer responsible for receiving and inspecting boats to be deployed to riverine transport.
The government has been doing a lot of things to also ensure that the mass transport program is promoted in the riverine community. So you can even see that a number of boats has been procured to achieve this purpose. The present government has awarded this speedboat you are seeing, 56 of them. And so far the contractor has supplied about 16 of them. And we are still waiting about 40 more to be supplied in a short time. We're also expecting about 10 cargo boats to be supplied by contractor in the shortest possible time.
A state school for marine technology is being established to train marine personnel. Security issues in the riverine areas have prevented the deployment of these boats for use. The state government, however, is determined to acquire more boats and eventually deploy them for use to boost economic activities in riverine communities.
When the riverine mass transit program is enhanced, it boosts up the economic program in the riverine community and thereby helping to develop the entire state. Government is already putting on strategies on, first of all, to ensure that contractors are made to do their work which have been awarded to them at the appropriate time. And besides that, too, I'm also aware that government has also awarded numbers of contracts to remove all this problem of water hyacinth from the riverine community, so that the operation of transport system in the riverine community will be enhanced.
We have done a stakeholders meeting last week. We met with all people concerned, because I went abroad. I just came back about a few weeks ago to go and look into how we can bring in boats to be able to complement the riverine area transportation. And when we came back, we still have to bring in the stakeholders to be able to discuss with them, because you cannot just buy the boats and just throw it inside the water and you think that people will be able to use it. You have to now look at it and discuss with them what kind of boats, what kind of engine that would be good for them. So we discussed with them and we came up with our own criteria and what we need. So we have to push it back to people we are discussing with to be able to provide those things that are needed by the people so that things can work out. So by the time we bring in 122-seaters boats into our riverine areas, I will tell you and I will let you know that will solve the problem of water transportation in Delta State.
Delta State has not been able to develop its own railway transport just yet. The only existing rail line is controlled by the federal government. Indeed, railway transportation is on the executive list in the Nigerian constitution, and until that is amended, the federating states will have to keep off.
Rail is in the exclusive list and listed against the federal government. But in this regard, we are collaborating with the federal government to extend the rail line from Itakpe to Delta Steel with a spur to the port. We provide the security services. They need a lot of security to create the enabling environment of peace for them to operate. So they work every day, every night on the site. We hope that with that collaboration between us and the federal government, particularly Federal Ministry of Transport, they will complete the extension of the rail line to Delta Steel, and of course with a spur to the Warri port.
We have not gotten into the rail aspect of it, but I know as time goes on, this Delta State government will also be looking up to having their own rail system. But what we have is just movement of people for now through the land transportation and the water transportation.
Meanwhile, the successes being recorded in road, rail and water transport are pioneers to the good shape of things to come for Delta State.
The shape of things to come is that the Asaba Airport will become a full-fledged international passenger and cargo airport, able to move people in and out of Delta State from that northern axis. including neighboring states to the east. In the near future, as I said, Osubi Airport will have the international wing, moving in people out of the central and southern axis of the state, and particularly the oil workers who hitherto would either land in Lagos or Port Harcourt before they come to Warri. They will now access Warri directly in the near future. We also have the Air Force Operation Base, which is also going on there. And of course, our ports, who have completed the dualization of the Asaba-Ughelli Road to provide easy access to all those who want to do business with the port from the east.
Delta State is looking to be a benchmark for economic development in Nigeria and ultimately Africa. The state government, led by Dr. Emmanuel Uduaghan, is modeling its economic development initiatives after emergent Middle Eastern and Asian economic city-states such as Dubai, Bahrain, Shanghai, and Singapore. The Delta State government is quick to make it clear that Delta State means business.